talk about. We'll just keep talking. We'll just keep talking. Just keep talking. Talking. For so long. Oh, we're babbling on. We're babbling on.
And welcome back to part 2 of the Madonna series. At Babbling On Institutes, we pride ourselves on dividing audio files into sections sometimes. Don't forget, Babbling On is brought to you by Lady Gaga. Let's go back into it. Thank you. Babbling. I just realized why I thought Justify My Love was a song that I love, because I was actually thinking of Beautiful Stranger.
Oh, from the Austin Powers soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of my favorites ever. I would actually say that's probably my number one Madonna karaoke song.
What's my other favorite TV show? I forgot. Whatever. Anyway, so...
Did you like Ugly Betty?
I only watched the beginning. Mm-hmm. But I know the guy who plays the little gay boy, and he was fabulous.
I know him too.
Yeah, Mark and Delicato.
Yeah, we went to the Dominican Republic together on a birthday trip.
Okay, I don't know him like that.
Yeah.
I met him like twice.
Mm-hmm.
He's T.
He's T.
So, Ray of Light.
I mean, Magnum Opus.
Right, Magnum Opus.
When people want to talk about Magnum Opus, they talk about Ray of Light.
Yeah, they do. It was nominated for Album of the Year and the Song for Song of the Year.
I think it won like 5 Grammys or something.
The problem with this was the only time I think that she was nominated in the major categories like this, which is a shame and not fair. But the reason she lost was because it was the year of Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I think what I want to say about Ray of Light is that she didn't know what she was going to be doing. I think she was introduced to William Orbit via her manager. Yep. And
a producer, those who aren't up to speed.
Yep. And
British.
She had her first child.
Lourdes.
Yes. She, I think, had gotten really into religion. I think she'd really connected with like her maternal instincts.
What's the religion she got into called?
Kabbalah. Yeah.
Kabbalah.
It's like, to be honest with you, even as a Jew myself, like I am not very familiar with like Kabbalistic practices. I think that it's very much like spirituality and mysticism, and
I gag for that.
It's a little bit like almost like so unfamiliar to me that I won't speak on it myself, but I definitely feel like she connects to a lot of sides of herself that are like probably new to her, you know, like being a mother. And I think like Little Star, I think Drowned World, I think she's exploring a lot of things like how has fame affected my relationship with the world and like with myself, and and she experimented so much with like electronica, and this album like put electronica on the map. It made it part of the mainstream culture. And then William Orbit started working with like so many other people after this album came out. This sound became very I think ubiquitous for a while. Like I think he definitely worked with Kylie after. He worked with like this British girl group, All Saints.
Never ever have I ever felt so low. When you're gonna take me out of this black hole. Isn't that All Saints?
I have never heard that song, but it sounds fab.
Oh, I'll send it to you. It's amazing. Okay.
They have a song called Black Coffee that was produced by William Orbit. It sounds exactly like it was maybe like a bonus track on Ray of Light. You've seen her. Did you watch her Oprah performance of Ray of Light?
No.
On Oprah?
Sorry.
You've never seen...
She hates Oprah, though.
Does she?
Well, remember that quote where she's like, I don't want to go to Chicago because like Oprah... What is that from? Is it from the doc?
She was like, I don't want to go to Chicago because Oprah's there?
It's like, Oprah's there. Yeah.
Really?
You don't know this?
No. But
damn, I overestimated
the Oprah performance is like, if you've ever wanted to see an entire room of people like on like Molly, that is what it looks like. And it's like Midwestern moms.
It's Ray of Light.
It's her performing Ray of Light on Oprah. It is a spiritual experience. Also, her voice, I think she's never done a better live performance.
Really did
elevate
her.
I mean, her voice just sounds so much clearer. And
I love that song, Ray of Light, and that video of her like dancing over the streets and things.
Yes. And you know that song is like kind of a cover, or it's like an interpolation of
What
a
are
song
you
that already
talking
exists.
about?
Yeah, it's like all the lyrics. I mean, most of the song is part of another song. It's I forget the name of the original song, to be honest, but it's like a '70s like folk song.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she turns it into this huge like trance pop kind of moment, and I think a lot of her videos then were just insane. I mean, there was something that she was really tapping into, I think, in terms of like adulthood in that album.
Yeah.
And maturing, and I think it also sounds really timeless.
Sounds really timeless. Do you know The Sopranos?
I literally just watched episode 1 of The Sopranos for the first time last week.
Did I tell you my theory that like it sounds like the Sopranos theme song?
Oh, maybe that's why I watched the episode after you told me that. But
yeah. Oh, that's really sweet.
I've had a hard time kind of getting to the first episode of Sopranos because I was like, there aren't enough women.
I'm total. The reason The Sopranos is good is because of the women who are not in it that much, but like Adriana and Edie are worth it for that. But whatever, fuck The Sopranos. Sorry. But the theme song, because it's kind of boring. I'm sorry, the show. My bad.
I know, I was like, nothing is happening. Like, why?
And then the shock value is like, oh, you shot someone and killed them. This being like, I have always been on the record as loving The Sopranos, so I guess it's the champagne talking, but I'm just like, fuck The Sopranos. But the theme song is sounding a lot like the production of Ray of Light and of Eusexual. Mm-hmm. Girl feel good.
Girl feels good.
Girl feels good.
Yeah. I mean, what can we say about Ray of Light that hasn't already been said? I just think it was like groundbreaking.
We can say that
and
Little Star, Skin, Candy, Perfume Girl, Drown World, Substitute for Love. Drown World, Substitute for Love is a new classic for me.
It's incredible. Yeah. I think it's the best song on the album.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's the one that I go back to listen to the most. Because what does it mean? Like, what does the face of you, my substitute for love mean? Like, because if the video and the song is dedicated to her daughter, you see that like she's running around and people are treating her like a celebrity and they're making her feel completely isolated. And then she's saying that her daughter is her substitute for love. Do you think it means that like she had a child with someone who she didn't end up with, right? And like they were never married. And then she's talking about like losing love and also substituting her love because of like the unconditional love of a child. I'm not entirely sure what it actually means. Like, despite the fact that I've listened to that song so many times, I don't know what she's trying to say exactly.
I love that because it's better to not know sometimes.
Yeah.
And to have your own. For me, something substitute for love.
I think it's about being a single mom. To me.
Except no, because she loves her child, and I wouldn't want the implication to be that like her child is a substitute for her like love.
I know that, but it's like, what is she saying?
To me, it's like she wants love. We all want love.
Yeah.
I want love. You want love. She wants love. And she's living in a drowned world of pain. And she's making it through by finding ways to claw to the next day without killing herself, basically. Mm-hmm. And that's as far as I can really get with that logic. Mm-hmm. Like, she's like finding ways to be alive and hoping for love.
Have you seen the movie Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise and Penelope Cruz?
No. Tom Cruise and Penelope.
Well, Tom Cruise, like, you know, C-R-U-I-S-E.
And Penelope Cruz, C-R-U-Z. I love Penelope.
Okay, I've never seen a more beautiful woman in my entire life than Penelope Cruz in that movie. But I watched that like a few months ago, and it's of the same time. I think it might have come out the same year as Ray of Light, but I mean, it's a remake of a Spanish film, Abre los Ojos. But like, there's something about things that were happening at the turn of the millennium, like artistically.
No, that's when
visually,
art peaked, I think.
It's just something so insane. Film and music. There was something insane happening around that time where I think people were so kind of like, there was a relationship that people had with technology and like maybe the digital advancements of the time where there was a lot of like technophobia, like people were afraid of technology. People thought that the world was going to end, like the Y2K thing, like all the computers around the world were going to shut down and financial systems were going to collapse. But like, there was a huge embrace of technology and also this like neo-futurist kind of like view of the world where like every time you watch a music video from like 1999, 2000, like Britney Spears, think about like Britney Spears Stronger, there's always this like really weird, or Janet Jackson, what's that video? Like, It Doesn't Matter. from like the Nutty Professor soundtrack.
Oh.
But there's always these like weird special effects of like this futurist world. There's like a lot of Orientalism. There's a lot of like, and Madonna does that especially on Ray of Light, where she's like, she's a Japanese lady.
That's where she puts on the kimono.
She puts on the kimono and she decided to make history. But like
Debbie Ryan, you're familiar.
She went into the meeting with the president of Disney Channel and she decided to, I think there's something really interesting about that where they're like, we're embracing this kind of new world. And in a way, it's almost like, technology, Orientalism, and it's all kind of tied together in terms of like people really like new age religion and spirituality on this very like kind of surface level. But at the same time, it's like, it speaks to maybe like the West's curiosity with like unexplored territory. And in a way that might be a little bit tapping into cultural appropriation too, definitely speaks to this like imagination that like maybe white people or like the West generally has with like the unknown, because at the same time she's like doing this very techno electronica and also like Asian kind of thing in this time. Like she performed at the Grammys in like a like a black hair and a kimono.
She sang Ray of Light.
She sang Nothing Really Matters. But I don't know, I think it just like it's so of the time. I think that was like the time when like white ladies were wearing chopsticks in their hair all the time. Like it was just it was a weird time, right? Like but it was also like you think about like China during that time too, and it was like Deng Xiaoping, who was like the leader of the Communist Party at the time, was like opened up China and like opened up its economy like to the rest of the world. It's like when the Chinese economy started booming. I mean, it's a really interesting thing. Like you just have to think about like music, I think, in political context, and maybe the line that I'm drawing is like not necessarily so straight. But
you lived in China for 2 years
as a
Can
kid.
we just like circle back to that for 1 second?
Yeah, I lived in Hong Kong for 2 years as a kid, and then I studied in Shanghai. I was just in Shanghai like 3 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, vacation. But I don't know. I mean, I think the history of China is really interesting to me. But I'm just saying generally, like I think the 90s were a lot about like globalization. And I think it was when the internet first started taking off. It was like people were starting to really get connected to each other all around the world in different ways. So I think there was a huge embrace.
Do you think there was a dread of people actually thinking the world was going to end?
Yeah, Y2K. Yeah. Y2K. People really thought the world was going to end. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember where I was at the stroke of midnight of year 2000.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I think I was living in Hong Kong though.
Because your parents had business there, isn't they?
Yeah, my dad's job. But I don't know what I was doing exactly. I was 5. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I was older than you. I was 7.
Yeah.
I was at a house that was everything in it was black and white. Like it was a white house and there was like black stuff and white stuff. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like everything around me was either black or white.
Are you colorblind?
No, not at all. It was like black pillows, white white couch,
so you
white
were
floor.
at Cruella DeVille's house.
I was at Crewies. Yeah.
Crew.
Ray of Light, I had never listened to before this.
The album.
I
cannot believe that.
No, like all of this basically is a first time. Like, do you understand?
Yeah.
At all?
Like, yeah, I mean, I do,
feel like
but
you didn't get it.
I just don't know how you've lived your life of being like 31 years young and
this is the problem.
How did you like? How have you not? I mean, some of your best friends have like, doesn't Nick have that massive Madonna poster?
Blind Ambition. Which don't think I didn't clock. That was from was that in the Express Yourself video? It was a screenshot from a video. Yeah. I wrote it down somewhere in these notes, but it's too hard to find now. Yeah, I have been always able to sort of walk through life completely ignorant of many things. Mm-hmm. And then realizing in retrospect, like, oh shit, I should have known this.
Yeah.
It's not a good quality, but it's honest of me to admit that.
Didn't know what a tax write-off was until this year.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to explain it.
No, I would never. I don't want to think about taxes.
Yeah.
That's one thing
you should. It's coming up.
Don't do that. Okay, so Ray of Light's T.
Yeah.
The album cover, I think, is my favorite of the album covers, too. She looks gorgeous, and I love her top. Skin. Candy Perfume Girl.
I know you from somewhere? I mean, isn't that crazy how, like, that album is simultaneously, like, motherhood, but it's also like she's at the rave,
Yeah.
right?
Moms can go to raves.
Moms can go to raves. I feel like I was at, where was I? I was at some rave somewhere, and there was like a woman
That
who was
doesn't
like,
narrow it down much.
I mean, hello,
my queen.
But there was a like an 8-month pregnant lady there, and I was like, oh, she better.
Well, you better work.
Yeah. I'm like, she's putting the G queen in gynecologist.
Oh, the gynecologist.
I don't know.
Okay, so Beautiful Stranger, Austin Powers comes after Ray of Light.
Mm-hmm.
Ray of Light is a masterpiece, but we have to move on. I loved Beautiful Stranger. Do you remember how it goes?
It's, of course, haven't we met? You're some
The
kind
chorus,
of beautiful stranger. Oh, yeah. If I'm smart, then I'll run away. But I'm not, so I guess I'll stay. Haven't you heard? I fell in love with a beautiful stranger. Yeah.
Sort of like I'm not able to picture it in my head from... You sounded beautiful, but
Thank you.
I wasn't able to picture it. But I remember really liking it.
Yeah.
I like Austin Powers.
I mean, that's like 1960s kind of like psychedelic kind of pop rock, you know? I love it when she does that. She also does it on the song Amazing, which is on the music album. It's amazing what a boy.
Year 2000 comes and we get to the music album, which is an important thing to say.
Like, I actually think is probably her most underrated album. It's like, I think it's maybe the best. Like,
you said erotica already.
I mean, I said erotica.
This was going to be my interesting, cool hot take is like, I think this is my favorite because going into this conversation before I met you, before any of this happened, Music was my favorite song of Madonna's, and Don't Tell Me was my second favorite. And Don't Tell Me was my favorite music video. And those things are still mostly true. Like, I love the song Music, and I love the song Don't Tell Me a lot. And I love the video for Don't Tell Me so much. Yeah.
It is beautiful. It is so cinematic and beautiful. And she was playing so much with, like, Americana, too. She was doing this weird, like, country western thing. And, I don't know. I think she was, like, trying to strip down something and do... The thing is that album also has insane like clubby dance.
That's why I think actually American Life is like the one that's like the stripped down acousticy one more than I thought Music was, but it's kind of like not really.
No, Runaway Lover, I mean, is like a complete crazy dance club.
And track. What it feels like for a girl is on Music. Is that what you're trying to say to me?
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Okay.
So this is the time when she like also had met Guy Ritchie. She like started her relationship.
He's a director.
He's a British director. He's like he's really well known for like crime films.
And like
she made Sherlock Holmes. But
he's hot actually. I looked him up.
So fucking
he's
hot.
Really
Have you seen
hot.
the picture of her with him like showing up to the album release party?
No.
He's wearing like this tight ass red shirt. And he's just a handsome dude. Like
Guy Ritchie.
Okay, so do you know the singer Robbie Williams? He's a British singer.
Yeah, they had the music. The
movie just came out about him.
Yes.
So Robbie Williams has a song, and my friend Melissa told me about this. But Robbie Williams was in this band called Take That. But he has a really famous song.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he has a really famous song called.
Holy shit, he's so hot.
She's Madonna. And it was co-produced by the Pet Shop Boys.
Your gags.
And the song She's Madonna is allegedly about Guy Ritchie meeting Madonna because he had a girlfriend at the time. And the chorus of the song, sung by Robbie Williams, goes, I love you, baby, but face it, she's Madonna. And it's like basically about how Guy Ritchie had allegedly like had a girlfriend and he met Madonna out one night and he was like, I love you, but she's Madonna. Like, face it. Like, I'm going to be with her because she's Madonna. And it's kind of a crazy thing, but I really like. They were very much in love, but she has some songs on Music that are beyond. Like, I Deserve It is. Do you know what that's? Have you heard?
I Deserve It.
Like, this guy was meant for me, and I was made for him. Like, and she's like, basically, she's just like, I deserve this. You know, I deserve being with someone like this who matters this much to me. And she has a song called Gone, which is like the album closer, and the lyrics are like, turn to stone. Lose my faith, I'll be gone before it happens. It's a lot about, I think, her questioning like her like religion and questioning her existence, but at the same time like she really finds like this healthy love, because I think this, in comparison with her relationship with Sean Penn, I'm not an expert on her personal life obviously, but like the Sean Penn thing, that very famously there was a lot of like physical abuse that apparently happened in that relationship. Right. She was like tied to a chair and he hit her with like a baseball bat. There's a lot of stuff that's out there. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's out there that it was like a physically abusive relationship. Bat? Yeah. And
Oh, shit.
yeah. And I just think this was a turning point for her, obviously, where she was like, she became an English aristocratic lady, and she lived in this like a stately home in England, in the suburbs of England at this time.
I'm pissed. I actually just got pissed at her because the thing I forgot to mention is I'm a really jealous person. And now that I'm learning she had him in England, I feel sick and jealous.
Yeah.
And I'm mad at her.
Wait, why? Why are you mad?
Because I want it for myself.
You want what she had.
Yeah.
I think you can get it.
Yeah.
I think you can get it.
I like had it for a second.
I get that. Yeah.
Like I did have it and it's gone now. So
there's
but I could get it back.
There's always more British trade to be had.
Oh shit, yeah. I guess you're right.
So true. Truer words than ever.
Yes, you're fucking right.
But
he looks really good.
He directed the music video for What It Feels Like for a Girl.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I love that one with the old lady.
With the old lady.
In the car.
I mean, I think that song is insane. And like they used that Charlotte Gainsbourg quote at the beginning.
What is it?
It's girls can wear jeans, cut their hair short.
That's Charlotte Gainsbourg.
That's Charlotte Gainsbourg.
Oh,
in this movie,
I thought it sounded like FKA Twigs.
Oh no, but I don't think FKA Twigs was like even born.
No, but it sounds like her voice.
Actually, FKA Twigs is like 37. I'm pretty sure she was alive at this time. But yeah.
Oh yeah, because if we were alive, she was alive.
Yeah.
And we were alive. Anyway, music is everything. Paradise Gone.
Mm-hmm.
The Don't Tell Me music video.
Yeah.
Is one of my personal faves. She's on a treadmill. There's cowboys.
Yeah.
It's everything.
Don't tell me to stop. Tell the rain not to drop.
Wait, can you say all the lyrics actually? Because I can't understand what she's saying. Don't tell me to stop. Tell the rain not to drop.
She's basically like saying, telling me to stop, like doing me is like telling the rain not to fall.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No,
like,
I do understand that sentiment, but like some of the lyrics specifically, I'm like, what did she say though? Like I didn't know it was drop. Tell the rain not to drop. Tell the wind not to blow because you said so.
Yeah.
Tell the wind not to break like an open rifle. Hey, yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't it just sound so experimental? Like, and it's country, kind of, right? So like,
it's kind of country.
It's kind of country. It's like all these girls are doing
Tell
this country
me
album.
love isn't true. It's just something that we do. Oh my god, I love that song.
Yeah.
Tell me everything is something. Don't ever tell me to stop.
Yeah.
Don't you ever.
And there's like that really cinematic shot of her riding on the electric bull, basically, in slow motion with the sky. I think that's like one of the most, from any of her music videos, one of the most beautiful shots, completely.
Wow.
I don't know. I mean, there's something to be said. Even like she's doing this thing now, but there's something to be said about somebody reaching the peak of their artistic creativity. I think when they're in their 40s, like
yeah,
it is an
she's
incredible
like in
thing.
her mid to late 40s here, right? She was born in 58. This is year 2000, so she's 42.
Yeah. I just think, like, I think who else do you know in the music industry that was like maybe aside from like Cher that was doing it at this level at this point in time, right?
Yeah, I mean. Maybe like
Stevie Nicks, but like
the
really
Beatles.
Still creating
The
like
Beatles
new. We'll say that again.
The Beatles. We're over.
I actually don't know how. Like,
okay, right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure did John Lennon make it to 40?
I don't think so.
Right, and that was his own fault.
Poor thing.
I'm just kidding.
Although I've been in the Dakota.
Yeah.
That was so Carrie of me. Like if someone gets hit by a car and then you're like, I was in a car. Like I just did that.
I literally just watched the episode where like Carrie gets mad at Charlotte for not giving her for not offering to lend her money.
Yeah.
And then like Charlotte's like, you can have the ring that Trey gave me and you can like melt it down and you can sell it to pay for the apartment that Aiden bought from you that you have to whatever.
Yeah.
And Charlotte's like, by the way, like I got a job like volunteering at this museum, and Carrie's like, I got a job at Vogue. It's like Charlotte just gave her wedding ring. I don't want to
be like that. I don't want to be like that.
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Should we talk about American Life?
I just was like that by saying I don't want to be like that. Holy shit. Yeah, we should talk about American Life.
Yeah. I mean, so American Life, so when Madonna was on the Drowned World Tour, which was the tour that she went on.
Which I just taught you that the Drowned World Tour is a play.
And that's World Tour.
Yeah.
Think about it. Drowned World Tour. Hello.
Like that's major.
It's major.
To have thought of that.
Yeah.
I feel like no matter what I said on this podcast, like I did bring you that.
Drowned World Tour. So.
Okay.
Like while she was on the Drowned World Tour, 9/11 happened, you know? And I think this was
Shit.
a...
That was 2001.
2001. And this was like a... I
know.
think American Life was a response to that, you know? She was like, I think there's a lot of criticism that came out that against this album because I think people thought that she was making it all about herself. But she was talking a lot about like the American dream, her criticism of the American dream, of American life, of questioning oneself, of she talks a lot about like religion, you know, where like on the song Intervention, she's like, I'm not religious, but I feel so moved, you know, it makes me want to pray. And she has an interesting relationship with religion because she is clearly spiritual, but it's like, is she actually religious? Is she Christian? Is she Jewish? Is she Kabbalist? Is she what is she? I'm not entirely sure, but I do know that she has like this innate spiritual component to her. And I think 9/11 probably made her call into question a lot of things. First of all, I don't think she was even living in the US at the time. I think she was living in the UK, but I think she definitely felt like, what is America's stance and identity on the world stage now, especially in this time? And she talked about Hollywood. She's like, everybody is kind of self-absorbed, self-centered. This was a point in time where like things were really shifting a lot, I think, with like Hollywood film and television. I think things were getting like bigger and bolder than they ever had before. And in terms of like, I guess just maybe the scale of the industry itself, I guess, if I like, I'm drunk, but like, I think, I just think she, I think she just was saying a lot about American life. I mean, the song American Life itself, right? Like the lyrics are, I'm drinking a soy latte, I get a double shot, it goes right through my body, and you know I'm satisfied. I'm feeling super duper I'm feeling super, and the room is full of hotties, and checking out the bodies, you know I'm satisfied. I do yoga and Pilates. Like, I got an agent and a manager, a trainer and a chef, 3 butlers and a driver and a butler and a chef. And like, I like to express my extreme point of view. I'm not a Christian, I'm not a Jew. Anyway.
Yeah. So
I just think like, she's talking a lot about like her privilege and like waking up. This was like her kind of woke pop moment, right?
I mean, it's a really introspective album. Like, she talks about like,
did you watch the video for American Life?
I did, with the military war
with like the Iraqi kids,
I liked it.
Or the Iraqi kids like getting steamrolled by tanks on the
like she showed the truth of what's happening.
That was very much like, I need to hit them over the head with this, almost, right? Where people are so indifferent to the things that they're seeing on images and on screens.
Yeah.
That the video itself was like, I think
banned
was not banned
stuff.
And
I think I wrote it down.
Yeah, they had to put an edited version.
This was the first time. First of all, the guitar in this reminds me of Santana. I don't know if they collaborated here, but this was the first time she self-censored herself because in the wake of 9/11, I guess. Oh no, what it was there was such backlash to this video that she took it down from certain platforms because she was worried about the safety of her children. Because now she has kids, and people, I guess, were like trying to dox or attack her or whatever.
That I didn't know about.
Yeah, that's what she said. Nothing Fails.
Nothing Fails is like one of the most underrated songs.
And that reminded me of, will I lose my dignity? Will someone care?
What is that?
You don't know that?
What's that from?
It kind of feels good to be the one who knows something and you don't.
Oh, okay.
It's from Rent.
Oh, okay. I've seen Rent.
Will I lose my dignity? Will someone care? It's about AIDS, HIV. And there's sort of a sound that sounds like that in Nothing Fails. So
Nothing Fails is great.
Yeah. Intervention, Mother and Father. Oh, I love Die Another Day.
I mean, amazing. James Bond soundtrack.
I think she should have had an Oscar nom
She's
for
fencing.
that.
She's fencing
She's
herself.
fencing.
I was a fencer growing up.
So was I.
Oh wait, really? Did we talk about this?
Just for a year and then I quit.
Foil, right?
Yeah.
I had a feeling. Saber.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did it for like 9 years.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So you can still do it.
It's been like a decade.
I cheated.
How?
Like, I
steroids.
Got him and I I didn't get him and I said I did or something. I just remember that from practice.
Wow. Liza Minnelli.
Yeah. Liza Minnelli.
Yeah.
Liza Minnelli.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
You want to talk about confessions?
Yeah. The 2003 VMAs, she kissed Britney and
Oh,
Christina, and then she released a children's book series too.
The English Roses.
Yeah, the English Roses.
It's like so funny that she did that.
What are they?
What are they?
What are they about?
Like little girls in England.
Girls in England. Okay, right.
She was living in England at the time.
Which, do you know anyone in children's publishing? Because I'm actually ready to publish a book that I've written and illustrated.
Children's publishing. That's a great question. I'd have to rack my brain.
Okay, think about that. But yeah, let's talk about Confessions.
I mean, like,
2005.
talk about a comeback.
Yeah.
Like, and obviously she never went anywhere, but like, Confessions is insane. She wrote a handwritten letter to whatever their names are, Bjorn and Merkel from ABBA. The two guys from
ABBA. Is it ABBA or ABBA?
I always say ABBA. I know it's ABBA.
It's ABBA. It is ABBA?
It's ABBA.
It's ABBA.
Well, people say ABBA. I say ABBA, but like, I don't know.
I've said ABBA, but like Midwest, like you say ah.
Yeah. I always say like, I don't know.
Okay, right.
Whatever it is, she wrote them that letter to get them to like allow her to sample Gimme, Gimme, Gimme. I think that apparently never like let anyone sample any of their music before.
I think they'd done it one other time is what I read.
I feel like Ava Max has like a ABBA sample on her songs. And they're like Madonna and Ava Max, of course. Of course, these two twins and titans in the music industry. No shade to Ava Max.
I'll throw shade at Ava. Like, I don't give a fuck about the daughter.
Yeah,
like,
she is running the Kia Penitentiary.
What is the Kia thing? I don't know what that is.
It's like there's that artist Kia who is
the
great.
car company.
No. Kia. She has that song "My Neck, My Back." Like
that.
My pussy and my crack.
Okay.
But there was a meme about a woman meeting Kia and crying, and the meme was like she's crying over meeting Kia. And I think people now unfortunately use the word Kia when they want to describe someone who's basically like an unknown. So they're like, oh, if someone's like in the Kia asylum.
God, poor Kia. Poor
Kia. Poor Kia.
Kia.
When you're in the Kia asylum. I mean, I think that's one of the funniest Twitter things I've read in the past year. Like the nachos thing is funny. The nachos thing is funny.
Nachos thing is good.
But the Kia asylum to me is funny. Like she
now
got Sabrina Carpenter got a one-way ticket out of the Kia
She got
asylum.
out of there.
Yeah.
Shout out to the carpentry.
Yeah.
My friend is her manager.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So, I guess
I'm very impressed with her career.
Yeah, she's cool. Confessions is head to toe club ready bangers heaven.
And the CD itself is like every song leads into the next. Like it's a nonstop.
It's like a
album.
DJ mix thing.
It's a DJ mix. Yeah. What do you think is your standout of that album?
Okay.
Did you listen to Sorry? Did you watch the music video for Sorry?
Yeah, I watched the music video for Sorry. That's when she's in Paris and there's like a dance off.
Is she in Paris? I think she's in London.
Oh. My bad.
I might be wrong though.
I just have written down video in Paris van dance off.
Yeah, she's in a van dance
Okay,
off.
yeah.
She's like playing the part of like the kind of the madam, sex trafficking madam. Like picking men up off the street.
Oh, and there's like guys, and then at the end, isn't she doing like a DDR thing?
She's doing like a capoeira, parkour capoeira. Yeah. Jump is her like parkour music video.
Oh, okay, right.
She was doing a lot of really like global European kind of influency things, I think.
The songs I have written down as standouts are Hung Up, Get Together, Sorry, Future Lovers, I Love New York.
Mm-hmm. Get Together is... I feel like we were there that night. No, we were like somewhere and we played Get Together, and I think someone came up to me and was like, "What is this song? I've never heard it." And I was like, "You've never heard Get Together by Madonna? Are you serious?"
It wasn't me.
The music video. Did you watch that one? It's like an iPod commercial. It kind of looks visually like an iPod commercial.
Keep going.
So good. It's just like so 2006.
I probably saw it. I watched a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like no one can say I didn't prepare.
Yeah, but what did you think of this like disco album?
I loved it. Mm-hmm. Like for me, the top titans are Ray of Light, Music, Erotica, and Confessions. I think are tied for top.
Yeah.
Although I also really did like American Life, actually.
Yeah.
But I would rather go with one of the hardcore pop ones. It's my favorite. So at the end, there will be guns pointed at heads, and we will have to do ranking.
You know what she announced this week?
Yeah, Confessions Part 2 you sent me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited.
Mm-hmm.
What are your favorites on that? I think Sorry...
Definitely Get Together.
And Get Together.
My number one, I think.
Okay, yeah.
I find myself listening to Get Together and Jump a lot.
Jump, yeah.
I love How High, for some reason.
I can't remember that one.
How high gonna be? How much fortune can you make? I mean, Sorry is also... I think probably Sorry...
Sorry's heaven.
Sorry, Get Together, and Jump.
If you don't like my attitude, then you can F off. Just go to Texas. Isn't that where they golf? I have that written down.
Some of the lyrics are corny.
No, I don't think that is corny.
I Love New York is a corny song.
I don't think so.
Other cities make me feel like a dork.
I don't think that's corny. I think that's just tea.
What do you think which cities make you feel like a dork?
I feel like a dork like everywhere. I feel like you have a
Really?
misunderstood notion of how I see myself, maybe.
Okay.
I feel like a dork.
You're
You know?
you're like Senorita Awesome.
Is that from 30 Rock?
That's from Scream Queens.
You mean with Ariana Grande? And
She's on that.
Kiki
Abigail
Palmer?
Breslin, Kiki Palmer.
Who's
Leah Michele.
Senorita? Oh wait,
I
no.
actually
Do you
never
mean
watched
the
the
girl
show.
from?
She's like ordering a pumpkin spice latte.
That's from Gilmore Girls.
No, is it?
Yes.
I don't think so. I think it's from Scream Queens.
I can't tell
I'm only
if you're
familiar
fucking
with the
with
clip.
me.
I'm only familiar. I haven't
The
seen
clip
either
is from
Scream
Gilmore Girls. Yeah, Senorita
really?
Awesome. That's who I feel like.
Oh my god! Don't knock the table over.
Sorry.
Senorita Clumsy.
No, I don't feel like a dork, actually. I feel pretty cool if I'm tea.
Mm-hmm.
But what cities make me feel like a dork? I mean, Milwaukee, Denver.
You don't feel like when you're in Milwaukee, you feel too cool for Milwaukee?
Actually, yeah. I'm kind of just sputtering out of my ass right now. Like, I actually go to Milwaukee and I'm like, oh, I'm cool as fuck.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know? Where do you feel like a dork?
Probably. I don't really feel like a dork anywhere anymore.
Okay.
I think I used, like, when I first went to Berlin, I was like, whoa, like, the city's so cool. And, like,
Yeah.
everything is so cool. And, like, now I definitely feel like, I think when you just kind of are comfortable enough with yourself as a person, like, you go to
Yeah.
a place and, like, I think Paris is, like, a little bit hard, but I don't really feel that way anymore than when I go there. But I'm going in, like, 2 weeks. I just
You
think,
are? Damn, you were just in China. Like,
yeah. I mean, I have to go to London for work, and then I'm going to Paris on vacation after.
all right.
But,
That's cool.
jet set. I mean, yeah, whatever. What do you want to say? I mean, I'm not gonna be like, yeah.
No, there's no point in denying it. That's cool.
My
as
job is
fuck.
paying for my flights, by the
Okay.
way. Like,
Even to Paris?
well, I'm flying back from London. I just asked them
Okay.
to extend
Are
my
you going to take a train to Paris?
Eurostar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds fun. You should hit up, just hit some places up for me.
I'm gonna hit up a ton of whatever. Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, Confessions is...
And I think Confessions is her last moment of
Yeah, the next four are not as good.
Yeah. I love Hard Candy though. I'm sorry. I really do. I
think
love the
Hard
album Hard Candy.
is okay.
See my booty get down like, oh. See my booty get down like, oh. Get down. I mean, like, I think Miles Away is one of her best songs, to be honest.
How does it go?
I just woke up from a fuzzy dream. You never would believe the things that I have seen. I looked in the mirror and I saw your face. Basically, it's about her and Guy Ritchie, like, splitting up. It's like her pre-divorce album.
Oh my god.
I think it's like also her kind of like midlife crisis album a little bit, where she's like, I want to be hot, young, like this hip hop kind of
Yeah.
mama.
4 minutes is amazing.
It's her Heather. It's like her Heather Holla Mama Thompson album.
Heather Mala Thompson?
Heather Mala Thompson. Heather Mala Harris, our vice president.
Heather Mala Harris.
No, it's like, you know who Heather Holla Thompson is?
No.
Have you ever watched The Real Housewives of New York?
I've seen some of it.
Okay, so there's a housewife.
Heather. I know Heather.
Heather, who used to work with P. Diddy.
Oh, okay.
And her like tagline was "Holla," and she'd always be like "Holla, mama."
Oh, okay.
But I think it's kind of her like little bit like, you know, her trying to be hip hop. Like now she wears a lot of grills. I don't know if you've seen like her interviews over the past time. Madge. Yeah, she wears grills a lot.
Who came up with the nickname Madge, by the way?
It was a British thing. It was like a Britishism.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when she lived in the UK, I think they started calling her Madge.
Because Graham Norton's dog is named Madge.
Really?
Did you know that?
No, I love Graham Norton though.
Me too.
Honestly, would.
Of course.
Right?
Who do you think invented the whole damn plot? Like, she's everything.
No, I mean like would
have sex with Graham Norton. Yeah,
Oh,
I understood.
Okay.
Don't think I didn't understand.
Yeah, like down, like
No, like
till
that's
the room
my
stinks.
dad.
Till the room stinks. Like till the neighbors call the cops.
Maybe I'd spray some perfume or something to keep it from stinking. No, he's great, and I would have sex with him
like
in a
the
New
best
York
talk
minute.
show ever.
Yeah. He's everything.
Yeah.
And I watched a bunch of clips of her on it
his
that
talk
were
show.
really funny.
There's like a supercut of like all her.
Yeah,
interviews.
I watched.
Yeah.
Where she gets the dolls from the guy.
But I love 4 minutes. I think when that song came out, I was like,
4 minutes.
Whoa. I also think she looks the best. And that era, you can look it up right now. Like, she was on the cover of New York Magazine.
Okay.
When that album, around the time that album came out, called like The New Face. Basically, where they talk about like the surgery she's had done.
I watched a weird fucking YouTube thing that was a plastic surgeon walking through all of her plastic surgery, which I never watched that stuff, but my friend sent it to me.
Wait, go to New York Mag cover.
New York Mag.
Yeah.
Why is it so small?
The new face.
The new face.
And it's basically like chin implant, like eyebrow lift, like blepharoplasty, whatever. I mean,
She looks great.
she does. I don't know. I think this album was the first time she was following a trend, right?
I really did understand you when you were saying that this is where she stops setting the being ahead of the trend and starts trying to chase it.
But now I think the album like sounds really fresh.
Well, to be fair, I only listened through the one time. I went back to the erotica, Ray of Light, music, American Life, and Bedtime Stories and listened through those ones again. But these other ones I didn't listen to again.
The tour she went on for
Sticky and Sweet
tour was like, from the videos I've seen, like if I could go to one of them, I maybe would have gone.
You wouldn't go to the girly show?
I feel like the girliest show, Confessions tour. Actually, I would have loved to have gone to all of them, to be honest. Like if I could travel back in time to do something, I mean, I think I would have prevented a few disasters from happening.
You would have.
For sure. But I think like...
Which ones?
We don't need to get into it. But I feel like I would have gone to one of her tours for sure.
I've seen Gaga a lot of times. I'm
Really?
not trying to throw shade.
Yeah.
But because of how the timing worked out, I just had that opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Monster Ball, Art Rave.
I would have loved to have gone to the Monster Ball tour.
Twice.
I feel like that was probably a religious experience.
Monster Ball is religion. Chromatica.
I'm seeing Kylie in like
Coachella.
2 months, which I'm very excited
You are
about.
here
At Madison Square Garden.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's fun. Wait, maybe I'll see you there because my friend does her PR.
Yeah, you should,
Maybe I
come.
can get a
Saturday,
ticket.
April 5th.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
I think seeing the Pet Shop Boys and New Order together also at Madison Square Garden was like one of the best experiences of my life.
Wait, Pet Shop Boys and New Order?
And New Order did like a joint
Cool.
headlining
Fun.
show.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Love New Order.
Should we talk about MDNA? I mean,
yeah,
I don't have a lot to say about
I don't
MDNA.
really have much to say on any of these final three. MDNA is my least favorite of all the albums, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I really did not like it.
Did you like Gangbang?
How does it go?
Gang bang shop today. I mean, it's like her whole her EDM album, right? And like
Okay.
EDM was so big at this time. I mean, Girl Gone Wild. I think Girl Gone Wild.
Girl Gone Wild.
I think it's an amazing
Girl
song,
Gone Wild.
except for the chorus.
Is that the one with Nicki and MIA?
No, that's Give Me All Your Lovin'. That's,
What album?
Did you watch her Super Bowl performance?
I did.
That's MDNA.
I
MDNA is
actually
kind
like
of-
that one kind of.
Oh, I literally cannot stand that song.
Oh, really?
I don't know what it is. I cannot stand that song.
LUV, Madonna.
I think her voice sounds like way too nasally.
Cause I'm a different kind of girl.
But she has a song on it called Masterpiece, I think, that's from the movie that she directed, W.E.
Oh, W.E.
Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah.
No, Wallace and
The
Edward.
Wallace and Gromit story.
But it's about the love between
Wallace
Simpson
Simpson
and King Edward VIII,
King Edward
who
VIII.
abdicated the throne to marry her because she was an American divorcee. But they were both Nazis, and it's like I think it's crazy that she made this movie about their love affair because they were literally Nazis and famously horrible people.
And why did she choose that of anything she could have chosen?
I don't know. I think it was like she was in the UK for a long time. I'm sure she was romanticizing the story. I think there was something about like their tragic love and being in the public eye and him abdicating the throne to be with her and like her being like a pariah because she was like an older woman who had been married twice.
Yeah, so she could relate to that.
And I don't know, but they like he literally went to Nazi Germany. He like there were letters of correspondence that were found between him and like the Nazi regime basically where he was like if Hitler were to have invaded England during World War II, there was some kind of plan in place where they would have like reinstalled Edward VIII as the de facto leader, almost as like a puppet figure for.
So they were really deeply Nazis.
They were bad. Yeah.
Ooh, fuck.
Yeah.
Madge.
So like I feel like she's done interesting things with her career, but that song that she made She made a song called Masterpiece that was on the soundtrack of that movie. She showed up to the Golden Globes. She was nominated for like Best Original Song for that. And she was against Elton John that year in the category. And her and Elton John, I think, used to be friends. They had a really bad falling out or something.
That can happen with
He was
friendship.
on the red carpet of those Golden Globes, basically being like, Madonna has no fucking chance. Like, she's trash. Like, you can watch it after this, where he's like disparaging her like very openly on the red carpet, and then she wins in that category, and she like walks up and she accepts, and the camera cuts to Elton John looking like so
that's
disgruntled.
skaggy.
It's like so pleasing.
Oh, I'm so
to
happy
see. It's
to hear
amazing.
that.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I hope she doesn't condone the people that she was portraying in her film, though. Like, she doesn't, right?
She doesn't, or does
Does not condone the Nazis.
I just don't think. I think it's not about their
Right.
political leanings. It's about their affair.
Okay, right.
You know.
Okay, right. So yeah, that's MDNA.
Mm-hmm.
Rebel Heart.
I think MDNA also, one more thing about it is
yeah.
she's
That's when she did the Super Bowl.
she's like in her 50s.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can still go to the club and be hot, basically, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit like,
Which is tea. Like, we're coming up on 50 ourselves. We'd better start getting used to that.
we're closer to 50 than we are to
0.
10.
Is that right? Yeah.
We're like midway.
Well, you aren't.
I'm about
You're
to be.
closer to 10.
I'm closer to 10.
So you really did kind of just set that up. I'm closer to 50.
You are.
You're closer to 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lines drawn.
It's like a 10-year-old and a 50-year-old walk into a bar.
I'm almost 50.
Yeah.
Do I seem... How old would you have guessed I was if I hadn't told you?
30.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's good. I mean, that is a year younger.
I'm literally 30.
Well, you're
about to be.
29.
I would
When's
guess
your
we're the same
birthday?
age. April 29th. Oh,
What sign is that?
Taurus.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Because you know that I'm a Scorpio.
How would I have done that?
I just kind of thought you knew.
No.
And you know they get along really well.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah. They're like sister signs.
Scorpio
I'm a
is
Taurus rising.
air or fire?
Water.
Oh. The other one.
The other one. The other
okay.
Berlin girl.
The other Berlin girl, yeah.
My really close friend Peyton is a Taurus, and I'm a Taurus rising. So I just get along with Taurus.
Mm-hmm.
So that probably is why we get along so famously.
Yeah. Taurus sun, Taurus moon, Cancer rising.
Scorpio sun, Taurus rising, Aquarius moon, and then everything else is Scorpio.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, almost everything.
Scorpios are really opinionated people.
Yeah. And I am, but I will change my opinion on the blink of an eye.
You know what's funny though is I personally I'm not that into astrology, meaning I just don't
Neither am I.
understand it very much. And
I don't
think-
really get it.
I think astrology is for people who didn't grow up with organized religion, and
I didn't grow up with organized
they,
religion or
want-
astrology.
right? And I think they want they want something to believe in, and
Yeah.
I support that because I support religion in all forms.
What do you think about me not having grown up with any organized religion? Like, what does that make you
I wonder what it
think?
was like. It
Yeah.
doesn't make me think anything.
Yeah. Yeah. I watched a lot of movies and played Pokemon. Like, that's basically what I did.
Yeah,
And read books.
I did that too. Though.
read a
I did the same exact thing. You're
Yeah.
kind of just like me.
I guess it's like that. I'm just like you.
I'm just like you. You're just like me.
You know that?
What is that from? Like
It's
the Barbie movie? Oh,
as Rapunzel.
Yes.
Oh no, it's the
is
princess
it Barbie
and the
and
pauper.
Mermaidia?
No, it's the princess and
Oh,
the
okay.
pauper. But Barbie and Mermaidia is tea.
Chomps down.
How do you know that shit?
Because I had a little sister.
Oh, so do I. That's how
Yeah.
I do too.
I have
Wait.
a little sister.
I still do as well.
Yeah. Literally.
I'm the oldest of 5.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that
Yeah.
was out in the open.
Yeah.
And my youngest are like teenagers still.
Yeah, my sister's just turned 22.
My sister's 21. She's my bestie.
Wait, is she bisexual too?
Yes.
Wait, so is mine.
Oh my god.
Wait, we should
We should kiki.
I know. Let's bring them to basement.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Although, yeah, well,
Let's have a
maybe we should
girls'
start at like
night
Flaming Saddles.
out. Singers.
Okay, singers.
Yeah.
All right, so Rebel Heart, your tea?
I really don't have an opinion about Rebel Heart.
It was
I
your
just don't think
lowest
it's
one
good.
on your rankings.
I think that the title track is great. Everything else is so forgettable.
I think that the album art is low-key tea. It's when she has the wires cutting into her face.
You've seen the MLK tweet, right?
No.
Look it up. Please look it up. I need to get your live reaction to this.
Madonna, MLK.
Basically, like, she was on this, like, kind of social media campaign where she was like, this person was a rebel heart. This person who changed history was a rebel heart.
Stop.
She tweeted MLK was a rebel heart or something. This rebel heart had a dream. This rebel heart had a dream.
Wait, let me read it.
She was showing her age
this hashtag rebel heart. Oh,
it's so iconic.
My God.
Like, in the fact that it's so kind of, like,
this rebel
unaware.
heart had a dream, and it's MLK with the rebel heart microphone wires.
Do you remember when Justin Bieber went to the Anne Frank house in Amsterdam and he said she would have been a believer?
Yeah.
This is like the exact
I do
equivalent.
remember
This is the
that.
exact equivalent of that.
Wow, I'm gonna close out of this image, actually.
This is like if someone was like Sojourner Truth would have been Eusexua, kind of. Like,
sexual.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just think it's a little bit, she's kind of at this point, she's a little bit
losing touch.
Losing
Surprising,
touch.
because she's
out
so
of touch.
like on the, she's so with it for so many years.
And it's not to say that she's not with it. Like, I don't want to be ageist or anything like that.
No,
It's just
I'm not
more
trying to
like-
be ageist. And by the way, I'm staunchly against ageism in all forms. I love older guys.
That's different. That's sex.
No.
Don't you think that you didn't listen to Madonna's music because she was old? Like,
no,
you weren't
I told
familiar
you
with
it's because of my blind loyalism.
her? Mm,
I don't have a problem with old people. I like them.
that's not what I've heard.
Who told you?
Gertrude and Jerry from the park.
Well, we had a falling out.
Yeah.
Babbling on.
Anyway, we're back.
We're back. The battery died. You guys know how it goes. This happens all the time.
And I want to thank our sponsors today, Celsius and Duracell.
Yes, and I did want to thank our other sponsor, which is Tropicana Orange Juice.
Tropicana Orange Juice, Celsius, Duracell, and Gardasil, and
Yes.
Monistat.
And what's Gardasil again?
Gardasil, I'm pretty sure is for osteoporosis, but I might be totally wrong.
Okay. And that's when that's not to be confused
That's
with arthritis.
scoliosis.
Okay.
Oh, you've seen that tweet that's like when the person who's like checking into, it was like a guy, like a gay guy standing in front of the tuberculosis hospital at Jacob Reese Beach.
Uh-huh.
And he's like checking in, like whatever. And someone was like, that was like saying it was he basically thought it was like an asylum or like a psychiatric
which I thought.
hospital. And someone's like, it was for tuberculosis, ... And he was like, isn't that when your back's all crooked? And they're like, that's scoliosis. Which I have, by the way.
You do? Did you wear a back brace?
No, I was like told I have scoliosis like a year ago.
Ew.
Yeah.
Damn. What are you going to do about it?
I don't know what you can do about it.
Don't do anything about it. I don't notice it.
You don't think I'm sitting at a weird angle? You're like, no, hold on.
Well, we call this couch the slide because you like slide off of it.
Yeah.
So it's hard not to sit at I'm sure I'm sitting at a weird angle.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I hate burps.
Really?
I hate burps.
Well, my grandmother always said better in the attic than in the basement.
Better out than in. I always say, hey, Fiona. Do you know what I was doing?
Is that from Shrek?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Why don't you get away from me, donkey? Delete that, actually.
Why don't you get away from me, donkey?
Yeah. That's
Wait,
Shrek
what part
also.
is that?
Where Shrek is talking to Donkey.
That much I gathered. Not an idiot. Just because I don't have a job.
Okay, you're projecting. You're projecting. I don't think that you're an idiot because you don't have a job.
You think I'm an idiot
For other reasons. Yeah.
Okay, so...
You're not fat because I hate you. No, what is it? I don't hate you because you're fat. You're fat because I hate you. Yeah. Say crack
What's that
again. Say
from?
crack again. Crack.
Crack.
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls. So, okay. Madam X.
Madam X is
Her
I think
Portuguese.
amazing. I
Okay.
think Madam X is amazing. First of all, you watched the music video for God of Control, right?
I actually didn't yet.
It's her tribute to the Pulse Orlando shooting.
I know. I saw that, and that's the one thing you sent me that I didn't get around to doing yet.
Well, it's triggering. Like,
Okay.
it's like her lying on the floor of the club, like, bloody and stuff like that. I mean, it's like her gun violence song, you know?
Holy shit. I'm actually really staunchly against gun violence. Like, no guns.
Controversial take. You've seen
Like-
Vox Lux, right?
Yeah. With my mom
Love.
at the Oriental Theater in Milwaukee, and
Oh,
she
you
hated
can't say
it.
that.
I know, but
Um,
that's what the theater's called.
Yeah, but God Control is an insane song and music video. People think that I'm insane. The only gun is in my brain. Each new birth, it gives me hope. That's why I don't smoke that dope. Insane people think I am. Brain inside my only friend. Hope it gives me birth each new. That dope, I don't smoke. It's true.
Okay, so
Like,
that was a lot to take in.
Shakespeare couldn't.
Well, Shakespeare died.
Shakespeare couldn't do God Control. Madonna could do
Othello.
Midsummer's Night's Dream.
Right, Midsummer's. Do you think
Madonna could do Othello, and she has.
And she's doing it right now.
Yeah.
What happens in Othello again?
It's like, I don't ask me.
Yeah.
He is Othello, and he loses the snatch game and has to sashay away. I don't remember.
Okay.
But
Right.
I think Madame X is like actually so brave
Decent.
and artistic.
Okay. Yeah.
I really like it as an album. I think Medellin, I think God Control, I think Come Alive, I think I Don't Search, I Find. I think those are all good songs, actually. I just think it was very unique.
Well, I guess it's like less following the trend than...
It was definitely really experimental.
Yeah. Just taking a look at this sex book again. That's her discography.
In a
nutshell.
Because I was talking to someone last night and they were like, "Oh, I went on Hilton's podcast just to talk about Born to Die."
Oh yeah, Callie.
And and I was like, "Oh, like you
I know.
talk about one album from
I
entire
know.
podcast versus like someone's entire 42-year career."
That's why I people will be canceling and saying it's disrespectful, but I just felt like I don't know anything about her. I don't know. I wanted to do the whole thing at once.
I think it's to do like kind of a superficial, like brushing on the surface.
Yeah, like we can always, you can always come back and we can go deep on erotica or whatever.
Yeah.
It should be noted, her music videos are everything. She was named like the best music video artist of all time by like MTV and Billboard. She has 28 Grammy noms and 7 wins. She's a writer and producer. She has 44 number one.
Do you understand like why she is the most successful like female artist of all time? Like why she sold the most records? Like, do you feel like you get it in terms of like her mass appeal, or do you kind of feel like sometimes I feel like it's surprising that she's so popular?
Okay, yeah. Let's have an honest conversation where we're not afraid. I never even said at the beginning of this that like this needs to be a safe space, because like this is a very sensitive thing to talk to someone who it's your number one artist, like, and I'm coming in it basically blind, like, you know, this is a delicate rope to walk, to not offend and to still be honest.
Yeah.
It is surprising in the sense that some of the music doesn't click for me. I would say like stuff on the most recent side and stuff on the very earliest side, there are songs where I'm like, I don't get this.
Well, I'm saying that I am surprised sometimes by her popularity, like not I would say not to this day, but like at least up until like Confessions and stuff like that, because I think she wasn't making music for the masses anymore at one point. Like I think when you compare it to like the Future Nostalgia, like that Dua Lipa album, I feel like all those songs were like made to be played on the radio.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Madonna was making songs to be played on the radio. Even like I would be like anything that you heard on Erotica, I'm surprised if any of that was played on the radio.
Yeah, because it is experimental. It's not experimental. Like normie.
Yeah.
I know that is surprising. She's way more experimental than I realized.
Yeah.
Has so many different sounds that I was not expecting at all. A lot of her early stuff kind of feels like almost like 50s-y doo-wop-y to me in a weird way. And she just... But I was really impressed by her boldness and her... Oh, my brain just shut down. My brain just completely shut down. The batteries just died.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed with her, and I really like her, and I'm a huge fan now, and I think a lot of her music is really good.
What do you think you'll go back to out of everything?
I think I'll be listening to a lot more of Erotica, Ray of Light, Music, Bedtime Stories, and American Life. Those albums really clicked for me.
And I think visually, what do you think in your mind like stood out as kind of like the most something that you felt like was the most inspiring, maybe? Yeah,
Erotica as a visual concept was really striking for me, and I think I'll be taking a lot of those images and incorporating them into my own daily life. It's very androgynous. I am very androgynous. It's very like sex forward. I just bought these boots that are very sexual in my mind that I have to return because they're way too expensive. But for a second I had them. They're in that box right there.
If you feel like you're going to be wearing them forever, do you know what I mean?
Well, this has been the whole debate. Like, you missed it, but like the past week I've been talking to everyone about whether I'm keeping these boots or not, but they're really expensive and they're a little too big.
Okay.
So I have
if
to
they don't
return
fit,
them.
if they're not the perfect
Yeah.
fit, then yeah.
I can show them to you.
Carrie wouldn't return
They're
them.
amazing.
Carrie probably wouldn't know how to return something.
I like have never returned. I don't return things usually.
Mm-hmm. I don't either. I've only returned one thing in my life.
What was it?
It was a rug
Mm-hmm.
that one of my former roommates, who's amazing,
Okay. They
said was
sound
too
fabulous.
femme. Said was too femme for the apartment.
They don't sound amazing.
No, I think it made sense.
Okay.
At the time.
All right.
Yeah.
Was it periwinkle?
It was from the store Coming Soon. If that paints a picture, it was very millennial.
I think I'll also return to the Ray of Light era's sort of vibe with her longer honey blonde hair.
Yeah.
And I'll always come back to the Don't Tell Me video. I will always be coming back to the Express Yourself video moving forward. Okay, gun to your head, ranking the albums and picking favorite songs and music videos.
I think I said, like, I think Erotica, Ray of Light, music, like American Life, Confessions.
Wow, okay.
And then everything else, like, just
Yeah.
ladder
Okay,
half.
yeah.
But I mean,
Songs, videos.
I think like Drown World.
I love Drown World.
I think What It Feels Like for a Girl.
I love What It Feels Like for a Girl. That's like a trans anthem too, basically.
I think Rain.
Yeah. Rain, feel it on my fingertips.
I mean, there's so many. I think it's really hard with her because there's so much music. And then I think music videos.
Express yourself.
I think music videos.
She dated Basquiat.
Oh, she did. We kind of skipped over that.
Yeah.
But she's been around for a long time.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
And we have Confessions Part 2 coming.
Mm-hmm.
Who is she in the 8?
She is.
Who is she?
Kind of a Jessa.
She's a Jessa.
She's kind of a Jessa, and she's definitely Carrie.
She's a Jessa Carey.
She's a Jessa Carrie Samantha.
Yeah. Because she's not Hannah or Charlotte or
She's definitely not Hannah because she can write. I'm just kidding.
Oh, gag.
I'm just kidding.
Everyone says
She's not a Marnie because she can sing.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I think Marnie
can
does have to
sing.
sing. Oh, she's a good voice.
She was Peter Pan
Yeah.
on Broadway. Or no, on...
Work it harder makes us
I don't
better.
want to do it faster, longer.
Yeah.
Let's get lost tonight. Okay, wow. Do you still feel like you're the same person in the 8? Sometimes we wrap it up that way. Who are you if you were a Madonna album? Like, which
Who am
album
I?
are you? Not your favorite.
Who am I? I would probably say I'm like I would say that I think I'm a music because I think that music is a little bit like still really kind of clubby and also still really some really like mellow and
Yeah.
I think melancholic moments.
Yeah, I guess I would have said that too, but now that you've said it, maybe I'll say I'm Confessions.
Work.
Maybe I'm Confessions.
I can see that.
Maybe.
Because other cities make you feel like a dork.
No, I took that back. I don't feel like a dork.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I forgot to tell you that. Okay, well, you have a dog to walk.
I know, two dogs.
2 dogs.
Yeah.
What breed?
Vizsla,
I don't know it.
Hungarian nobility
Oh, okay.
dogs. They're really beautiful.
They sound fabulous.
Jazz and Zelda.
Jazz and Zelda.
Jazz, yeah.
Jazz and Zelda. Okay, well, thanks for coming on the podcast, Amber. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Just keep talking. Just keep talking. For so long. We're babbling on. We're babbling on.
Babbling On is created, produced, and edited by Hudson Dresden. The theme song is by Benny Coltoletta, featuring Callie Baker, and is produced by Benny Coltoletta and Jack Grouse. The artwork is by Hilton Dresden. Audio consultation from Kenzie Woodrow and Dallas Seeker. Special thanks to Alec Cohen, Natalie Rotter-Laitman, Molly Montgomery, Nick Krause, and to everyone who has subscribed to Babbling on the Substack and refused to shut the fuck up.